Very good afternoon and welcome to Movers and Shakers on CNBC TV 18. Industries, let's get to the other stock then. Arshiya International is the one that we're talking about. That one should show up for you as well. That one's actually been pretty active in today's trade, so up around 11% for that one. Nijay Nair, the head, one of strategic initiatives, joins in from on the line from Delhi. Hi, Nijay, thanks very much for joining in. We understand that you've tied up with Tata Blue Scope Steel. Just take us through that.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having us. Yes, we do have Tata provides us with the butler service in terms of the pre-engineered buildings that we use for our warehouses that we're building in our free trade zones. So this is as part of our strategy to bring state-of-the-art infrastructure, which is about 13 meters high, just like you've seen in in Singapore or in Dubai, in the free trade zone. So we are building state-of-the-art infrastructure, and we're now operational in the first free trade zone in Bombay, on which Tata has provided us the pre-engineered buildings for the making of these warehouses, which is the first of its kind in the country.
Mr. Nair, could you tell us the scope of this partnership that you've gotten into with Tata Group, with respect to quantifying the revenues that you could potentially get from here, and by when?
The free trade zone as such just augments our soft services of logistics. So if you look at what the free trade zone has done just for our last quarter, it's contributed about 14% in our top line, and that's just the first phase of our zone fully operational since its launch. And that with 3 warehouses and ancillary infrastructure, we generated about 30 crores or 31 crores roughly. And this is just the beginning, so we'd expect that to at least double over the next few quarters. So we're looking at very, very exciting times in terms of the market appreciating this.
Mr. Nair, according to our understanding, any free trade warehousing zone requires a lot of investment. What have you chalked out by way of an investment in this fiscal year and even in the next fiscal year in your planning?
Yeah, so our view of the free trade warehousing zone is something which is a pan-India macroeconomic level. So we're building 5 such zones, with the first one already operational in Bombay and the second one coming up in Delhi. So our zone in Bombay overall, in totality, we have done it in 2 halves, will be about 1,500 crores for totally building a million square foot, about 20 warehouses, each warehouse about 1,20,000 square foot. And similarly, we're building this infrastructure also in Delhi. So we've already spent about 1,000 crores in the development of free trade zones so far in Bombay, Delhi and Nagpur. And we'll follow that up with another 2 in the south, possibly in and around Chennai, and another one in the east, eventually to build a 5 FTWC footprint pan-India.
Nijay, just throw some numbers at us then, because in Q1 your sales were up around 26%. You had a good profit growth of around 43%. What are we expecting in FY12 for numbers?
I'm not at liberty from the board to give you the numbers from a forward forecast, but if you look at these numbers that you just highlighted, the 222 odd crores, as I said, 14% of that has come from the free trade zone in the very first full phase of operational free trade zone in Bombay. And we've got in the next, this FY12, we'll also have Delhi come up along with the domestic district park. And also the contribution of this FTWZ into this will increase from the 14% and at least double over this. So we're looking at very, very significant growth in FY12.
Could we extrapolate this 26% to indicate that this could be your guidance, or could you beat this 26% that you've seen in the first quarter?
We will endeavor to definitely beat that.
Mr. Nair, since you are getting increasingly contribution from the free trade zone, could you tell us the kind of margins you enjoy over there? And once you do establish this pan-India margins, pan-India scale, what is the margins one can expect from this type of business?
Again, I'm not at liberty to discuss too much, but the point here again is that we are coming into the building of free trade zones with a 10-year legacy of logistics, supply chain management and IT services. That's asset-light, high ROE services business, which is simply augmented by the fact that we also have a zone which happens to be the first free trade zone in the country where there is a rental. So joint margins are very, very healthy.
Okay, just the last word. How are you funding all this investment that you laid out?
So the first phase of our free trade zone in Bombay, Delhi, Nagpur, and also the first phase of our rail, along with the first of our district parks, which is together with the free trade zone and rail terminal in Delhi, is all funded for. We've already infused a significant amount of equity, close to about 800 crores as part of this. So for the first phase, we're fully funded and set.
All right, Nijay, thanks very much for joining in today. So that's the word coming in on Arshiya International.
Us slipping a bit on the market breath as well. So stay tuned with us. Business Lunch will be back after a very short break to tell you where the markets are moving.